Caitlin Clark turned down chance to play for esteemed Catholic school because of feeling in her gut. Like many other young athletes from the Midwest, Caitlin Clark grew up in awe of Notre Dame sports. The WNBA phenom spoke about her experience visiting Notre Dame and consideration of playing for the Fighting Irish during an interview on the New Heights podcast on Thursday. As a kid, you want to go to Notre Dame, Clark said. It's like the coolest thing in the world. It's Notre Dame. It has that tradition. University of Iowa hockey's guard Caitlin Clark, number 22, cheers with teammates near the end of the game against the University of Nebraska Cornhuskers at the Big Ten Women's Basketball Championship at Target Center on Sunday, March 10, 2024 in Minneapolis. Clark previously told ESPN that former Notre Dame women's basketball coach Muffet McGraw tried to recruit her, and that Clark's own family also wanted her to play for the Fighting Irish. "My family wanted me to go to Notre Dame," Caitlin said. "At the end of the day they were like, you make the decision for yourself. But it's Notre Dame. Rudy was one of my favorite movies. How could you not pick Notre Dame? I could feel it in my gut. I was like, I'm not supposed to go there," Clark said. Clark's gut feeling certainly did not steer her in the wrong direction. She ended up committing to her home state University of Iowa instead, where she played her entire four-year college career. Clark broke multiple program and NCAA records for the Hawkeyes, including the all-time leading scoring record among all college basketball players, men or women, in history. Clark also met her current boyfriend, Connor McCaffrey, while at Iowa. McCaffrey was a player on Iowa's men's basketball team for his father and head coach Fran McCaffrey. Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark hugs her boyfriend, Connor McCaffrey, after defeating the Phoenix Mercury at Gainbridge Fieldhouse on August 16, 2024 in Indianapolis. Meanwhile, without Clark, Notre Dame fared okay, but not nearly as well as Iowa. Under the leadership of current head coach Neil Ivey, the Fighting Irish made the NCAA tournament 3 years in a row from 2021 to 24. But they lost in the regional semifinal all 3 times, while Clark led much deeper tournament runs in 2023 and 2024. Clark led Iowa to 2 straight national championship game appearances, en route to becoming the No. 1 overall selection by the Indiana Fever in the 2024 WNBA draft. McCaffrey was already in Indiana working on the Pacers coaching staff, and they are still in the city together as he now works on Butler's men's basketball coaching staff. Clark was named WNBA Rookie of the Year, was selected to the All-Star team, led the WNBA in assists, and helped lead the Fever to the playoffs in her rookie season. Clark was also named Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year for 2024. Indiana Fever's new head coach wants Caitlin Clark to do this in order to win WNBA title, says. Now it's about becoming not just a great player but. As the newly appointed head coach of the Indiana Fever, Stephanie White is gearing up for a season of growth and success. Highlights: Caitlin Clark, recently named Time's Athlete of the Year, had an exceptional rookie season in the WNBA. White's return to the Fever is a homecoming of sorts. As the newly appointed head coach of the Indiana Fever, Stephanie White is gearing up for a season of growth and success. Following a standout tenure with the Connecticut Sun, White is determined to elevate the Fever into a championship-contending team. During her introductory press conference, White made it clear that her vision for the team is focused on leadership, development, and ultimately, titles. Caitlin Clark, recently named Time's Athlete of the Year, had an exceptional rookie season in the WNBA. The 22-year-old guard set multiple records, including single-season and single-game assist records, and became the first rookie to ever achieve a triple-double. Her stellar performance also led the Fever to their first playoff appearance since 2016. However, despite Clark's individual success, former head coach Christy Sides was dismissed after the season ended, clearing the way for White to take the helm. White's goals for Clark go beyond individual achievement. "She adjusted really quickly to this league, unbelievably quickly," White said on the Coaching U podcast. "Now it's about becoming not just a great player, but a great leader for this team. so we can win not just a championship, but championships. White emphasized that Clark's development both on and off the court is equally crucial to the Fever's success. Their first conversation focused on how to continue Clark's improvement, particularly in being more efficient and effective while maintaining her high basketball IQ. My first conversation with her the other day about X and O's was like, well, how do you want to improve? And then we'll talk about how we want to do that, White explained. Stephanie White brings a wealth of experience to her coaching role. Having spent 5 years as a WNBA player herself, she understands the pressures that young players face. White recognizes Clark's remarkable abilities and the burden of high expectations, comparing her to pop sensation Taylor Swift. She's like Taylor Swift 2.0, White remarked, noting the weight of both Clark's talent and popularity in the league. White believes her unique perspective as a former player allows her to guide Clark through the challenges she faces as a rising star. Just being there to help her navigate some of the things she's navigating is something I'm happy to be able to do, White said. I don't think that any one of us can understand what she goes through on a daily basis. She carries a heavy load with our league and with her abilities and her popularity, returning to familiar territory. White's return to the Fever is a homecoming of sorts. Having served as an assistant coach and then head coach from 2011 to 2016, White is familiar with the organization and its culture. Now, with a new group of players, including Clark, White hopes to lead the Fever back to the playoffs and possibly further in the 2024 season. As the Fever prepare for the upcoming WNBA season, which starts in May, White is focused on building a sustainable winning culture. She has already begun working with Clark and the team to improve their play and leadership abilities. If all goes as planned, the Fever will aim for back-to-back playoff appearances, with Clark leading the charge. Looking ahead to a promising future, the combination of White's leadership, her understanding of young athletes, and Clark's immense potential sets the stage for a thrilling new chapter for the Indiana Fever. With strong guidance and a focus on team success, the future looks bright for both White and Clark in the upcoming WNBA season.